Hey everyone, welcome back to Adventures with Edna. I'm Chris, and as you can see, there's still stuff in the bed. It has now been 6 days since I put all of this in here, and, well, I gotta get it out, because that means also that Edna has been sitting here for 6 days. Now, as I've said before, a lot of this stuff can't just go into the house. So, like these transmissions, there's a big shelf right here, those wheels. Now, some of this stuff can go in, some of this is just tools, so it's not too big a deal there. Now, the stuff that can't go into the house, like these tires, those are going to have to go outside. So, give me just a quick second to unload a couple things, and then I'll show you how we're going to handle this. Okay, except for a few odds and ends, we're down to the stuff that's got to stay outside. So, we are going to drive over to where it's going to go around the corner. All right, so everything is going to go here. It looks amazing, I know. So something I had thought of as a potential budget build is I started looking into lean-tos. If you're not familiar with a lean-to, this is what it looks like. So I actually kind of thought that tying into the existing house here, putting a lean-to over here would be kind of a cheap way to get a little bit of temporary storage until we figure more things out. I think it would actually look kind of nice up against the house here. And it would give me a place to put some of Edna's stuff, because you do kind of get the advantage of having this wall become, one wall. And depending on how the weather is, if you come out to, maybe 10 feet out from the house, you'd have a decent covered area out here. And then it'd just be a matter of figuring out where to go from there. And you could actually do it down the full length of the house if you wanted to. So I'm looking into that for now and seeing what it would cost. In the meantime, we're going to pull the shelf that I used to keep the transmissions on, and we're going to set that up right here, and we are going to put the transmissions here for now. So let's move those. It's heavy. This one is not even close to straight. We're going to have to do something about that. I'll be right back. Found a brick. So this might work. It definitely looks much more level now. Yeah, somewhat. I guess if you're going off of the brick line, it doesn't look level at all. But we're working with what we got. All right, we got more brickage in here. Why gotta be so heavy? Level 2. Put a wheel there. And a wheel there. And the last board. Well, that's a little bit of progress. I don't like leaving this rubber mat I have to protect the wood in here for too long because moisture gets underneath it. But it also hasn't rained in like a week or two now. So it's been okay, I think. Let's get some transmissions out of here. There's one. Let's get the other. Well, they're painted nicely. They're almost like yard art now. I don't think Mary's going to like this. Let's not tell her. No. All right, what else have we got to go in here? BMW parts. Some rotors I got from my friend David. These will eventually go on Venom. You know, when Venom decides it's time for brakes. We've got our brake rotor, or brake drum for Edna here. Oops. Tuck that right in there. They could be friends now. Now I got 2 early Ford generators. They'll go in there. There's one. And there's the other. One of those came off of Edna. I don't remember which one. Might have been that one. It might have been that one. I don't remember for sure, but it came off in working condition. I don't know if they're really worth any money. When I converted Edna to 12 volts. These are Porsche related, but we're not going to get into that. This is basically an anvil I got from my friend Doug a few years back. It's actually come in handy several times. Close that up there. This was a heater that was in Edna when I bought her, but it needs a lot of work to be able to be used, and it was easier to get the system that I have now. I don't think these hoses are overly important. Well, that hose was definitely holding. Got an extra starter for Edna. Don't know if it works, but we might check that out in a future video. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe we'll get that working, and then we'll have a backup. We got jack stands. We got bigger jack stands. We got an early Ford flathead V8 breather tube from when we converted Edna to have a PCV system. Big difference. I highly recommend it. We got 2 coffee cans. We got a outer bell housing for Edna. Also came with the starter and one of these transmissions. Actually, it's the transmission that's in the truck now. Sometimes you kind of tend to lose track when you got so many. This is the cracked head that we replaced on Edna. Whew, hot. All right, so that's pretty much everything that was in Edna that had to come out. So we're going to have to get a tarp to go over all this in the meantime. Now we can move on to the next step. Now, as much as I'm ready to be done with this, get the black mat out of here and get Edna cleaned up because she is really dirty from all this moving. And she's got to be ready for Cars and Coffee Saturday. We're not done. This is an F-150. This is an F1. This F1 is 73 years old. This F-150 is 22 years old. And it's not drivable. For some reason, it does not want to shift. So it's just sitting in high gear. It's throwing a transmission code. I don't know much about that. So I don't know if it's something I can fix or not. So, with that being said, this is why we're not done. Now, I don't really like using Edna as a trash truck. It's gross. Edna doesn't like gross. But at the moment, I don't have any choice. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But we're going to take a little field trip to a place I've been wanting to go since moving out here. And that is right here at Coleman Farm Supply, which I've never been to. It kind of looks like a Tractor Supply, but maybe like a locally owned version. So we're going to go check that out. It was on the way to the dump. I like whirligigs. I have one like this, but it's blue. But I still got to put it together and put it up. I like the windmill. That's awesome. Hey. It's smaller than I thought it would be. Still cool, and this is the closest hardware store to the new place. Could use some of these things. Got to put a gate on the deck. Nuts and bolts. Always looking for these. This will save a serious trip back into town. Little dog. What's the matter? It wasn't looking at me. Broke a ratchet strap on the move, so definitely use some of these.
He took off after him, grabbing his tail and wouldn't let him to death. He was grabbing that. Oh my God! He was like, "What is that?"
Man, that's a lot of seed. Real stuff. Man things. Check it out. Traeger. My cousin would be happy.
We just need to call him.
Look at this guy. You like being on camera, buddy? He's cute. He's speckled. No Ednas. What we need is a Ford 8N. Got to familiarize myself with the store here. See myself making a lot of visits. Met the owner. That was cool. He was awesome. Circle cutter. I don't need to cut a lot of holes in drywall, but I feel like I could find a use for that tool. Yeah, this is awesome. It's like a grown man's candy store. Well, that was a pretty awesome little side venture. Definitely going to be checking this place out again. That is Coleman Farm Supply on Highway 56. Check them out if you're in the area. Seems like they got a little bit of everything. It's a lot bigger going over that way, but I think that's like feed and other stuff, like farm type stuff that, I don't know, maybe eventually we'll come back and we'll check some of that out. For now, trash run. I guess you can fill tanks here too. I was going to take a picture of their sign, Coleman Farm Supply, but part of it's coming off, so it only looks like it says Le Mans Supply. Alright, I guess that's going to do it for this episode of Adventures with Edna. It was a little bit all over the place, but we had to get that truck unloaded, or we had to get Edna unloaded, and we had to get this trash taken off. So hopefully you guys liked it. Comment down below what you thought of the video. Let us know what you want to see next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Thanks for watching Adventures with Edna, and we will see you in the next one.